Welcome back, everybody. I'm Cammie.
And I'm Maleah.
And this is Dying to Spill the Tea. God, where did we leave off last week?
Here's scans.
Right. So I got the scans. Quite literally the day after we filmed, they got me in very quickly for an MRI. The results came back, and quite literally they said very concerning. So what that means is now my lower spine, the cancer has spread to, and my biggest fear, like I said last week, of having to go through everything again, I think is about to happen. I haven't heard from my doctor yet. He's been pretty busy, but from what I do know about these scans is
You had experience with this, so you kind of know what's going to happen based on the results, right?
Sorry, everybody. Just means another round of radiation, and then we will hope that it doesn't fracture my back again. But, it's nothing I can't handle. Just another fight that has to start again, and I'll get there, and I'll do it. I'm so sorry. I was not expecting to cry. I thought I could say that, but I don't think I've really said it that much out loud.
I don't think, you've talked to me about it. I don't think you've really accepted it yet.
Yeah. I don't think I have either.
At least not without alcohol in your system.
That's true. It's one of those things. But
you're not gonna do chemo again?
No. I really would rather avoid chemo for the rest of my life. It just made me too sick.
Kind of a quality thing. You'd rather have quality.
Like radiation, I'm usually down after the last treatment, and I'm sick for a little bit. I like puke after a radiation treatment, and then I'm good. Last time, I was in the hospital for 17 days, and that was the worst. But the times before, I was fine.
Okay.
And I can handle that over chemo. Chemo was every single day, all day. Like, I just felt terrible.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. It's one of those situations you make the most of.
Are you confident that radiation will do the job without chemo? Obviously you don't know without talking to your doctor, but based off of like when this happened with the upper part of your spine.
I don't know. It did its job not like the last time with my upper spine, but with my sternum, it got rid of everything. I think just from the timing with how everything happened, I think it was already spreading on its way down and we just didn't catch it.
Okay.
So I'm hoping with radiation it'll be fine. My biggest concern is my back's going to break again in a different section, and then I have to do another surgery, and I don't want to do that because that's just my body breaking down more and more, and eventually, like, surgery's only going to do so much before I'm not functioning.
Yeah.
So, just one of those lovely things. We got to keep pushing. Have my little cry session like I just did with all of you guys. I fully was.
Hey, we promised you guys unfiltered, and
yeah, I really was not expecting to cry.
This is what you get. It's just part of the journey.
Oh, but
So I think we're gonna kind of take a little turn, and we're gonna focus this episode more on mental health.
Yeah.
Which isn't really what we advertise to you guys, but I think it's something that should be acknowledged.
Yeah, with like the timing of what's going on in my life, things that have happened in her life, I think as much as we love to have fun and be crazy and wild and share all of our stories, I think every now and then we do need to let you guys see like a more vulnerable side. Like we do go through things, and everybody does, and it's hard to feel like you're not alone. And so whether this like finds people that are going through things or they're not, like I hope maybe this helps somebody out there.
I think I sent you the video. I had found a TikTok of someone about your age going through the same exact thing as you, diagnosed terminal breast cancer, and I think I sent you the video.
Yeah.
So it's rare, but there are people out there going through the same thing, and hopefully this can reach that audience and maybe empower somebody to live their life to the fullest.
Yeah,
because I mean that's what you do.
Be wilding sometimes. What can I say?
And this episode will also answer some questions that a lot of you guys have had for me, not regarding my divorce. I know everyone wants to hear that. That is still off limits. But we're gonna dive into kind of what happened with my career on the ambulance, and I have been asked about that quite a bit. So we're just gonna dive into some rough topics, and if this isn't your cup of tea, wait for next episode. If this is your cup of tea, hopefully it's beneficial.
And we'll be open for questions or comments, or if you need someone to talk to. Obviously, our podcast Instagram, go ahead and DM us. You can DM me personally.
You can send me a message personally. I'm not the best about checking my phone. Ask Cammie. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I will try my best to respond to anyone if anyone has any questions or just needs to talk.
Yeah, we're here for you guys, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all have things we're going through. So on that note, because I don't want to focus on myself right now. I need a moment. Have you like had any blessings in disguise, like a bad situation that might have turned out for the better? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, let's just dive right into my story of why I'm no longer working on the ambulance, because that was a failure that was a blessing in disguise, and it's unfortunate, but it's definitely for the better. So as a lot of you know, I worked on an ambulance for almost 10 years. I got my EMT when I was 18. And I thought that was it was what I was going to do with my life. So immediately got a job on an ambulance and just took it and ran. And let me tell you, it is the coolest job in the world. I absolutely loved like every second of it up until I got my medic license. So I worked for a number of different ambulance companies. I worked in a number of different roles. I worked just BLS, inter-facility transfers, basic life support, just a lot of like non-emergency hospital to hospital stuff. I'm sure you're probably kind of familiar with this.
Yeah, for my brother, yeah.
That's actually how me and Cammie met.
Thanks, bud.
I worked with Taylor. That was my second EMT job. So probably, 8 years ago now? I worked with Taylor and we became pretty good friends.
On MedStar?
No, it was at Falk.
Going
to MedStar. Maintained that friendship throughout the years, and nice.
Just kidding. Love you, bub.
And Taylor kept me away from everyone, including his sister.
We just met.
Yeah, he kept me away from Allie for 2 years. And then he kept me away from Cammie
for like 9.
Yeah. So thanks, Taylor.
Yeah.
So I worked BLS. I worked a lot of years on critical care, working side by side with a nurse, which was a really cool experience because my end game was flight medicine. I wanted to be on a helicopter, which those of you that have seen my Instagram, I did get to do a fly along, and we will insert the photo here. Thank you to my friend Justin for hooking that up.
Baddie.
And 911 was great when I was an EMT. I was like, this is so cool. I'm seeing so much cool stuff. Obviously, like, it's not cool for the person who's going through it, but you know, when you're into that adrenaline, it's really cool. It all kind of went downhill when I decided to go to paramedic school. I didn't really plan it out. A lot of my really good friends at work were applying for paramedic school. I had the hours, I had the experience. I was like, I'll just apply too. I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to get in. I got in. So then at that point, like, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to paramedic school. Like, I got in. So, signed up. School started. I didn't quite realize how poorly I was handling stress. I was just kind of gliding along. But
stress with just everything?
In general.
Okay.
When I got into paramedic school, I still had to work full time. I had rent to pay, I had bills. So the program I got into, thankfully, was only 2 days a week, 2 full days. So it was an 8-hour day each day. It was Thursdays and Fridays. And then I want to say we did, no, I think it was just Thursdays and Fridays. I don't know. This was a while ago. This was like 4 years ago now, 5 years ago. So working full time and doing the classroom portion of paramedic school wasn't terrible. I would go to work. I would do all my studying at work. I would go to school those 2 days. We would carpool. It was okay. It wasn't ideal, but it was okay. And then, sorry, my nose itches. I think I got cat fur. Then we moved into our clinical portion. So we had to do our hospital hours. So when you move into clinicals and your field internship on the ambulance, you have to do your preceptor schedule. So they're working full time.
Yeah.
I still had to work full time. So I was working my full time job and then doing my full time clinical hours in the hospital. That's the first point when I really was like, I want to quit paramedic school. And I remember telling my mom, I want to quit paramedic school. And I didn't expect her answer. She told me, if you want to quit, then quit. I expected her to, like normal, be like, you started something, you need to follow through with it.
Right.
And the thing that kept me going was my grandparents gave me a large chunk of money for paramedic school. And I was like, I don't want to let my and a handwritten note. The note said something like, we're so proud of you. We hope you do so well and succeed in everything you do. So at this point, like, I had this handwritten note and I was like, I can't pay my grandparents back. I'm like, and I don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
So I continued on with clinicals. I ended up passing clinicals, and it wasn't the stress of clinicals that made me want to quit. It was the schedule, and I was just dead exhausted.
Yeah.
So I passed clinicals, and I was like, okay, the hardest part's over. Field internship. You have to mirror your preceptor's hours. So So full-time job working.
Yes.
And then doing my full-time hours on the ambulance for my field internship, which I applaud all of you that work full-time and go to medical school, because I know there's a ton of you out there and it is not easy. So I'm working my full-time hours and I'm doing my internship on the ambulance full-time. I was not in the right mental space to be doing that. I was just so doubtful of myself. I had zero confidence in my skills.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like, they call it imposter syndrome, when you just feel like you don't know what you're doing and you're just faking it the whole time. And that's how I felt. I was like, I don't know anything. I'm faking it right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Which couldn't be further from the truth. You know, I learned everything. I passed all the tests. I passed all the skills.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of self-doubt. And I was very stressed. I was going through a really rough breakup. My preceptor and I were butting heads because of my attitude, because I was just not
in it,
having it. And she got me through it. So she got me through it. I passed. And at this point, when I passed, I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm done. And all through my internship, I kept telling my mom, I want to quit. I want to quit. I want to quit. I should have quit. So I ran away for a while. I went and worked on a cruise ship for 3 months, COVID swabbing, because this was all during COVID. So I went and COVID swabbed on a cruise ship for 3 months. I came back from the cruise ship because I got COVID and they kicked me off.
Go figure.
Yeah. So I came back from the cruise ship and I was like, you know what? I've got something to prove. I'm going to go back and I'm going to prove to myself and to everyone who doubted me that I can do it. Because there were some people who were not very nice to me throughout my internship. A lot of people kind of treated me like I was dumb, which just made the self-doubt even worse. Which it's a form of hazing. They were just doing what they do to every intern. But I don't learn that way.
Right.
That's not my way of learning. I need a, hey, here's how this call went. Here's how you can do better next time.
Right.
More of a nurturing kind of teaching moment style versus a you sucked.
Yeah, like do better.
Yeah. That's just, I don't learn that way.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I have something to prove. I'm going to do it and I'm going to succeed and I'm going to be a medic. So I went and applied at the company that I interned for. And I was like, this is it. I'm a boss bitch. We're going to do this. And my confidence was up here when it should have been down here. Let me tell you. So, got hired and I started my FTO phase and my 5 call. You have to do 5 calls to prove to the county that you are fit to run as an EMT. The self-doubt that I felt in my internship was multiplied by like 20 because now I had no one holding my hand.
Oh, because
I was on my own. I am a licensed paramedic. I needed to do the skills. I needed to show everyone that I could do it. And as soon as that hit me, it hit me like a freaking freight train. Let me tell you, it was just like overnight, I completely 180'd and I would go on a 911 call, and as soon as it would be dispatched out, I'd have chest pain. I'd be like sitting in my seat panicking, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. But I like, you could give me a scenario right now and I would know exactly how to run it.
Right.
Put me in the situation,
Blank.
I freeze. And then it's this circle of self-doubt. It's like, well, it could be this, but it could be that. I'm literally clammy right now just talking about this. It could be this. It could be that. Oh my God, what if I treat for this and it is this and this person dies? It was just all of these scenarios in my head. It was like, I went from being the person who was just driving the ambulance and assisting the paramedic and having fun as the EMT to the person who is now calling the shots. I am the one who's supposed to know what to do. And it was like this feeling of being a little kid in a room and you're looking for the adult, but you are the adult.
You are the adult.
And people are looking to me as that adult. And I'm looking around and I'm like, where's the adult? And I'm like, oh shit, the adult in the room is me. I have to call the shots. I have to make these decisions. So I think I survived a couple of months. I was completely just frazzled, just paranoid, was not sleeping at night, just absolutely terrified. And to top it off, the preceptor I had was amazing. He was so supportive. He actually taught the way that I need to learn. He taught, like, this is how that call went. This is what you need to do. He was incredible. His EMT partner was a 30-year EMT who thought that he knew everything and was treating me horribly. Like, I could hear him scoffing in the background. He yelled at me one time because I was looking through the med bag and I was looking for a medication and I couldn't find it. And he's like, you don't know where your medications are? And I literally had the medications in front of me. I was like,
I'm just trying to.
You want to get this medication for me? Because really, I should be giving the medication. You want to get this medication for me?
Yeah, because he's
like, you don't want to.
So he's.
You don't want to. How about you calm down?
Yeah.
Like, this is technically my call, not your call.
Right.
So why are you yelling at me? And it all came to a head. We were on a routine chest pain, shortness of breath call. And we walk in, and it wasn't even chest pain, shortness of breath. We walk in, it was completely not as reported. It was chronic back pain. It was just a chronic back pain call. Their oxygen levels were low, which was kind of their baseline. But I was like, okay, well, let's put them on oxygen. You know, grab the oxygen tank. Let's just get them on oxygen. And I'm so flustered at this point. I'm literally kind of pacing around the room and I'm trying to come up with the questions that I need to be asking the patient. They're not coming. And I'm asking someone to get vital signs. And I hear my preceptor ask the EMT, did she ask you to put oxygen on the patient or are you just doing that? Which was he was just making sure I was doing the right things. That didn't bother me. It was the EMT's response. The EMT was like, ugh. She actually asked me this time. And I'm literally hearing this conversation happening behind me while I'm trying to focus on this patient. We're in this cramped room. I've got 5 firefighters in the room with me. I've got family over here telling me stuff. I've got the patient here telling me something. All I remember doing is taking my jacket off because I was getting hot. And that's the last thing I remember. Apparently, I started like fanning myself. And I guess I looked at my preceptor and said, I'm going to pass out. I don't remember any of this. All I remember at this point is waking up on the floor to all 5 of the firefighters standing around me. And they're like, Maleah, are you with us? And I try and dart up. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like gasping for air, you know. I'm like, oh my God. And they literally just go, nope, and shove me back down on the floor. And they're like, you're staying there. Which, you know, nobody knew what had just happened to me because I didn't even really know what had just happened to me at the moment. They're literally looking down at me like, God, I'm just laying on the floor and looking up at them. And I'm like, this can't be my fucking life right now. You have got to be kidding me. I hear my preceptor calling for another ambulance. The asshole EMT is now treating my patient. And I'm just like, this is not real life. This is not, and I'm shaking, I'm nauseous, I'm just on this floor, miserable. And of course, you don't want to be on some random person's floor.
Well, yeah.
Like you don't, it wasn't the worst house I've been in. It also wasn't the best house I've been in. I was just like, get me off of this floor. So they finally walked me out to my own ambulance. I get transported in my own ambulance to the hospital. The supervisor meets us there. We get in the ambulance bay. There's like 5 ambulances there. There's like 5 other crews there. And I asked my preceptor, I'm like, can you just throw a blanket over my head so nobody knows that I'm on this gurney right now? And we throw a blanket over me. He tells all the other crews, you guys need to get in your ambulances right now. Like, just don't even acknowledge what is going on right now. I spent the day at Kaiser with the supervisor. I am literally like miserable. I'm nauseous. My heart rate is just up, down. And I'm just laying on the hospital bed. I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. So that caused a 3-year, it's been 3 years. Maybe it's been 2. No, I think it's been 3 years. It has been 3 years of nonstop anxiety. It triggered something in my brain that I can't fix. Literally, if my nervous system gets too excited, I guess you would say,
Yeah.
I pass out like a fainting gut. And it's gotten to the point where the doctors are actually unsure if I'm passing out or if I'm having seizures. Because everybody who's seen it happen now says you just had a seizure. And I'm unconscious. I don't know what's going on when I'm unconscious, but I shake like I'm having a seizure. I turn blue. I stop breathing. I have pissed myself a couple of times.
And they don't know why? Like they didn't have it done?
No, so I'm working with neurology right now to try and figure out like what's actually going on. Because, you know, if it's anxiety, I don't know what to do. I have done regular therapy. I have done EMDR, which is where you do like the eye movement. I've been through so many different medication changes. And just when I start to feel better, something happens and I'm back to square zero. I'm lightheaded right now just even talking about it. Like I'm just not. Thank you.
That's fine. Take your time.
Oh, this is a rough episode.
We're digging in.
This is a rough episode. Feel that?
I thought you were trying to be cute.
It's fine. It's gross.
I thought you were trying to be cute and you made it weird. Ow. My hands are a little heated.
I've tried. I want nothing more than to get back on an ambulance. So, I mean, that's really the goal behind everything that I've done. That's the goal behind all of the therapy I've done, all of the medication changes. Like that was what I enjoyed doing. I want nothing more than to be able to get on an ambulance again. But even getting on as an EMT, because I did that for a little bit, I was working with my friend Joseph.
Yeah.
I was a medic, but I was basically just filling the role as an EMT. He's a nurse, so we were doing critical care. And I was just driving. Even doing that, I was so stressed. And every time I feel like I'm doing better, like I'll reach out to people and be like, hey, I want to do a ride along, see if I can handle this. The ride along sets me back on all my progress. It's one of those things where it's really hard to accept, but it's clearly just not going to work out for me.
You really think that?
Yeah. Yep. I have been doing much better since I quit EMS. I miss it.
Yeah.
I don't love working in an office setting. I love my coworkers, don't get me wrong. But there's not a day that goes by where I don't miss working on an ambulance.
Everything.
I love adrenaline.
Yeah.
It clearly does not love me. I don't see it changing. I don't see me getting well enough to go back. And then, I mean, if I'm having seizures, that's the end of it, because they'll probably take my license away from me, even though it's never, knock on wood, it's never happened while I'm driving.
Yeah.
And usually I have enough warning to at least tell someone that it's happening. But I can't care for somebody who's dying. You can't safely put me in a room with somebody who's dying and trust me to not end up on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that I just don't think it's in the cards for me, even though I worked so hard to get to that point. And clearly therapy isn't doing it. I would need a miracle of a medication, because I'm already more than maxed out on my Lexapro. They have me on a higher than maximum dose of Lexapro. I take a beta blocker. That keeps my heart rate from elevating. I was on a antipsychotic, which actually was amazing. I felt more normal than I felt in 3-4 years. But it made me a hungry hippo. And that's why I'm kind of chubby right now. Don't give me that look. I'm 40 pounds heavier than normal. That's for the viewers. And that was 40 pounds in 2 months. Yeah. That.
Okay.
That's not worth it. No, feeling normal was not worth gaining 40 pounds in 2 months.
Yeah, I get that.
I was eating because I went from, so another side effect of the high anxiety that I get, not really a side effect, another problem I was having with the high anxiety was eating. I stopped eating. Like, pretty much completely. So I have this insane fear of vomiting. This is such an embarrassing story. I have not thrown up since I was in first grade. I threw up all over myself in front of my entire class because the teacher wouldn't let me go to the office, and I swore to myself I was never going to throw up again that day. I took that shit to heart. So when I get nauseous, I get anxious. When I get anxious, I get nauseous. It's this endless cycle. Because, like, if you get too anxious, you get nauseous.
Yeah.
If I get too nauseous, like if I actually start like dry heaving a little bit, hit the ground, pass out, hard reset. It's happened multiple times.
Wouldn't you just rather puke at that point? Oh,
I'd rather die.
Oh, yeah.
Totally rational. I'd rather die than throw it.
Interesting.
So, told you, embarrassing story.
First grade?
Yeah.
That's not embarrassing if it was first grade.
Dude, I'm 29 years old. I have not thrown up since I was in first grade. That's
not like a bad thing. You're talking to someone who pukes 24/7.
Bro, I'm clammy right now just thinking about throwing up.
It's more embarrassing. I literally puke all the time. And I hate it.
I'm terrified of it. I don't even know what it would feel like. I'm terrified of it because I don't. See, you're scaring me. Why would I want to throw up? I'd rather die.
Yeah, like
irrational.
So, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to pass it. Yeah, let's stop.
I'm getting nauseous. Stop.
We're going to change the subject. Anyways, on to the
I'm going to pass out.
On to the
So anyways,
on to the next.
I'm actually getting nauseous right now. Okay. That's a good idea. So anyways,
stop talking about it.
I was getting at something with that, and then I just totally got panicked. Insane fear of throwing up. So that brought on. Stop! We're getting somewhere with this. So that brought on. I don't know if you'd classify it as an eating disorder because I've never been diagnosed, but I just stopped eating. I was a gym rat for a little while, and if you look at my pictures, I was fit and I actually had muscle. I don't know how I was gaining muscle because I wasn't eating. There was so it got to a point where I knew I had to put something in my body. So it was whatever I was craving was what I would eat.
Yeah.
I survived off of one Starbucks brownie a day for probably 2 months because I was hyper fixated on Starbucks brownies.
Yeah.
And it was just one. I would just go get one Starbucks brownie a day. 2 months. While I was going to the gym. Don't know how I gained muscle. For the viewers who want to know how I looked like I did, because I looked good, don't take my advice. For a while it was eggs. All I would eat was eggs.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that lasted probably a whole year. So the Abilify bringing my appetite back was kind of a miracle, but it brought it back too much. There wasn't a happy medium. And then when I stopped taking the Abilify, because when I told my doctor how much weight I gained, he was like, you need to stop taking that. He's like, it's not agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, thank you. I agree. So when I stopped taking the Abilify, unfortunately, my appetite didn't go away. So now we're trying off-brand Ozempic.
Hey.
It's not working.
You should go to the place my mom goes. Sorry, Mom.
You totally just ratted your mom off right now. So we are spilling the tea, apparently.
But my mom gets injections. You know, everybody does it, okay? Don't hate on my mom. She's a beautiful woman.
Your mom is beautiful. I love your mom.
She looks great. She hot.
I love you, Mama Swinny.
Love you, Mama. But where she goes to the new, like, Mendo Muscle whatever.
Yeah.
Over by Body Glow.
Yeah.
And she gets her injections there. And, I mean, not that my mom was big. I'm not saying that, Mom. God, there's no way to say this the right way. But she was bigger than she was now.
Way skinnier than she was.
A little toothpick. She's about
she's tiny now.
I think she's 10 pounds heavier than me.
Yeah, your mom is tiny now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to put on weight because I'm not in the best of shape.
I just want my fit body back that I had a year or two ago, but I want it in the healthy way. I don't want it in the way that I achieved it last time. And then after my divorce, I was the skinniest I've been since high school. Also looked really good because I think my body just likes putting muscle on. I don't know. But that was also high anxiety and not eating. I dropped 40 pounds in 2 months. So Jeez. We've got the Abilify that caused me to gain 40 pounds in 2 months. Then we've got the divorce that caused me to drop 40 pounds in 2 months. There's got to be some happy medium for me, and I just haven't found it yet. I'm having a hard time finding time to go to the gym because I am working full-time and going to school full-time right now.
Yeah.
So there's just not a lot of extra time for me. And then, like I said, I still have my appetite. For some reason, my random hyperfixation food right now, too, is not good for me. It's pancakes. Like smothered in syrup. That is my current hyperfixation food. Because throughout all of this, I was also diagnosed with OCD. So, like, I do fixate. Unfortunately, I didn't get the good OCD. I didn't get, like, the cleaning OCD. I got the obsess over whether I'm going to vomit or not OCD.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't want that. Can you change your OCD?
That's what I'm saying. Like, can we, like, redirect my OCD so that I'm not thinking about whether I'm going to throw up 24/7. Because let me tell you, when you think about whether or not you're nauseous, you get nauseous.
You do.
Like, if you're not thinking about it, you're not nauseous. If you're like, am I nauseous right now? Yep, I am. Like, it's completely counterintuitive to what I should be doing. But anyways, like, that's what happened with my career. And I've kind of like, I've actually grieved the loss of my career. There was all of the stages of grief. You know, there was the denial, the anger, the
I don't know the stages of grief.
I know there's denial. Like anger, I know there's anger. I know there's acceptance. Happiness?
Oh,
I have not gotten to acceptance yet.
Yeah. Well,
and I know I'll get there, but I have actually grieved the loss of that career.
Well, something because I worked so hard for.
It really was a lot of the highlights of my 20s was work.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people get to say that about their jobs. That was like the bulk of my favorite moments come from work.
Yeah.
So it's just taking a lot to move past that. But we'll get there. And I mean, I've got some great coworkers at my job right now. My friend Carol is the one who pushed me to go back to school. She got me into a court reporting program.
Cool.
Yeah, so typically, like Carol, she does stenography, so she actually types on the machine. Right now, California is accepting voice writers, so you talk into a mask, and it goes into the computer. So that's the program I'm in. I'm in a voice writing program.
You got to like talk properly.
Very properly. There's weird things like if you're going to insert a period, you say like "pierk." You're going to insert a question mark, you say "qui." So like,
you say what?
Qui.
Ah,
no. I know where your brain was going with that. So it's definitely very fast because the courtroom moves at a very fast pace. So the courtroom can move at about 300 words per minute.
So you could be like an auctioneer.
Yeah, it's hard.
Can we see sample it? Do it.
I'm not sampling it.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do the roar.
I know. I got stage fright.
It's just you and me and a camera.
That's a point.
They'll see you later.
No, I'm not doing it.
Come on.
I'm not doing a sample.
What do you say? Give me something. I'll do it.
No, like,
I'll. Is that what you do? Right?
Yeah, you do. You parrot what they're saying.
See?
So you like listen for sounds, you don't listen for context, and you just parrot everything that's being said.
So it's just mimicking.
Right now I'm at 180 words per minute, and it feels so fast. Like I can't even imagine getting up to 300 words per minute right now.
So you literally just mimic.
Yeah.
What if two people are talking at the same time?
That's where you get into 300 words per minute because you have to keep up with what both people are saying.
What if they talk at the same time? Like they're arguing and then they're like, da 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 da, and then he cuts them off and they cut them off. How are you supposed to be like, how do you?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Luna.
Is that the next chapter?
No, that's probably like
chapter 20.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Down the road.
So is that the same thing as the?
It's the same thing, yes. It's just a different method of doing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you wear a mask when you do it?
You like talk into a mask. You like hold it up against your face. And you have to talk really quietly, but you still have to enunciate everything because you don't want to be heard. Like they don't want to hear you. They don't want to hear the reporter. So you have to talk super quietly into this mask.
This just sounds like the most complicated job ever. Like
that's
you have
why
to talk fast, but talk quiet. But you have to listen, but like also listen for certain things.
That's why court reporters get paid very well. If you look up the salary of a court reporter, they get paid a lot.
Why can't you say period? Why do you have to say?
Because period is a word. So if you say period, the software is going to write out period.
Are we stupid? Like, can we not realize that if it said period, we would know that it meant period?
It's software. It's not a human.
I know, but when you read it back, like what? Because aren't you saying it so people could read it back?
If you say Pirk, it inserts a period.
Pirk?
Yes.
Pirk.
Yes.
And that's not a real word?
No.
This is dumb.
So we've learned that Cammie's not going to be a court reporter.
No, because I don't speak court.
Okay, let's move past this.
What language is it? Pirk?
It's not a language. That's the point.
You can't make up words.
You're not making up a word. You're making up like a marker to put in to insert.
It's a word though.
Software.
It's a word. It has to be a word. If you guys are using it, it's a fucking word.
It's not a word.
You guys made up, or well, not you guys, but the judicial system.
It's not the judicial system.
Whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. The little stenographers. Is that the right word? Yeah, I know. Dictionaries. I read them. I'm confused. Y'all weird.
Why do you look like you're gonna cry?
I can't stop. When I get confused, my eyes water.
So
enough about your made-up dictionary.
Also, enough about everything that just gave me anxiety on camera.
Now I'm crying from laughter, crying from sadness, crying from... Am I grieving?
You might be grieving.
I don't know what I'm grieving.
Have you grieved your cancer? That's not like really... I don't know if that's like how you say it, but like, have you grieved your diagnosis?
Like the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like, overall? I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I've been mad. I've been sad. I've accepted it. Like I know my diagnosis. There's so many people that are like, you're gonna beat this, you're gonna be cured. Whatever. It's not possible.
Yeah.
It's just not, because it's spread to my bones. We can't get it out of my bones. There's no way. Yeah. It can go dormant. For people that don't know, it can go to sleep.
Yeah.
And be inactive. It doesn't mean my cancer's gone. I still have it, but it's just not like actively spreading and moving and affecting me and killing me. So like I've accepted that, which is fine. I've had times where like I was over it. I wanted to give up everything. I didn't want to do treatment. I didn't want to do a single thing. I was like, why? Like every time I feel like I get to where it's dormant, I get knocked right back down and it just keeps spreading all over again. Like this last year, I think every scan it spread. Every single time. Whether it's one spot or multiple spots, I haven't had my little break. I used to the first year and a half, 2 years, because this will be year 3. The first 2 years, it was like chemo or radiation, 6-month break. And we called it like a chemocation because I didn't have any treatments. They didn't want to put me on any medication. Felt great, felt alive. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, it's been a couple months. Let's get a scan. Make sure you're doing okay. Cancer's back. And then put me on my hormone therapy. That's supposed to keep everything at bay. Cancer's back. So I like got to a point where I'm like, why? I'm doing the treatment that's not treatment. Like it's not making me sick. It's supposed to keep all my cancer at bay from spreading, moving, whatever. That's not working, clearly. I'm going to treatment and it works for a month?
Yeah.
And then I have to go back into treatment after I'm done, after I like get to ring the bell. Like, what am I doing? Is that a quality of life that I want? Not really.
Yeah.
But it's like, on the other hand, oh God, not doing that again. No crying. Like, I'm not.
Apparently we need tissues this episode.
Huh?
But apparently we needed tissues this episode.
I have those. I just didn't bring them out. I didn't know I was going to cry. I didn't know you were going to maybe be emotional. This is a rough one.
This is...
I'm not ready to go anywhere. I'm not ready to like leave this earth. I have so much I want to go do, but it just gets to these points where I'm like, why am I still trying to do these treatments? Like, yeah, great, it worked for a couple months. Did I do anything in those months? No. I was so sick I couldn't move.
Yeah.
I was so sick I didn't want to leave my house.
So your quality of life just wasn't there.
It wasn't. And that's a big part of when I go into treatment. That's what I think about is, yeah, did chemo work? For sure. I got into like 6 months of remission and stuff, which was lovely. That was so great. I was so proud of myself. But during that treatment, during that chemo, I was so sick I didn't leave my house. I didn't even want people to come over. I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want people to talk to me. I was so embarrassed of where I was at life. I could barely get off my couch to go to the bathroom. I could barely lift a spoon to my mouth to eat. Like that's such a low point in my life that I don't want people to see. And so now it's like with my treatment, my doctor and I are so open and like honest about everything. And I've told him, I'm like, I won't do chemo again unless you can promise, which he can't. You can't. You don't know how someone's going to react. The only thing he can promise is like my hair might not fall out again. And I tried that chemo. I did it for a month and a half. So sick, puking all the time. Wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I was too embarrassed to go anywhere because it was like, yeah, I feel great. I just took my chemo pills. 2 hours after taking my chemo pills, I'm out at a restaurant with friends, and I was like, oh, I have to go pee. Now I'm in the bathroom puking my fucking guts up.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool, I have now a mobile medication. Like I'm not going and getting my port accessed and sitting there.
But it's still making you sick.
But I'm still sick. So it's like, I didn't want to do that. So I quit. I called my doctor and I was like, I can't. I don't want to. I don't like this. And he's like, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Luckily, the month and a half that I was on it, it did kill off the things that were active at the time. And then it was only active in my sternum, so we could do radiation. And I've been very fortunate that where it has come back are spots I can radiate. And that's just my preferred method to deal with it all because, like I said, it's 5 days in a row, at least for me. You could go longer. There's longer treatments. I don't know everybody's treatments. For my personal situation, it's been 5 days in a row. I get the strongest laser possible. I forgot what it's called, but it's the strongest beam you can get. It's the quickest radiation time because there's some radiation treatments that take like 20, 30 minutes. Mine's 10, 15. And like I posted on my social medias. So if you guys want to look at that, you can go to my personal page and I have the actual machine and what it does.
Yeah.
Because so many people are like, I don't get it. Like radiation looks so easy. Because I'm literally chilling like this. Yitty's out. I didn't wink. I just blinked. That's super awkward. But and it just spins. And it goes dink, spins. Dink, spins. That's it. What people don't know is you feel that. You feel it go in you. It's like a massive sunburn, which sucks because I tan. I don't burn.
Yeah, my mom just went through radiation for her breast cancer, and she luckily it doesn't sound like she had to have it as aggressively as you, but that's what she said. She said that it burnt and it drained her energy quite a bit.
You get pretty tired, which I like to nap a lot during radiation.
Yeah.
Not super hungry, but I do like there are the few people because I'm prone to I'm like sweating. It's making me nervous.
This is just an anxiety episode, guys. A glimpse into what's going on in our brains at all times.
Yeah. I do like to block a lot of people out when I go through my treatments. Because I'm embarrassed. Like I know there's nothing I can't fix it. I can't change it. I know that's my life, but it's like in my head constantly what I think about is if that situation might be the situation that offs me, I don't want my loved ones to see me at my worst.
That's I think a very common way to see it. I didn't get to see my aunt before she passed. I don't think she wanted anyone to see her. And Michael, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I really wish I got to see her. But I remember I would call her every now and then. And then she just kind of stopped answering my calls. And it was also during COVID, so I know she was really scared of having people come over, but I was I would have gone and sat in the backyard with her or even just waved at her through the window, and I didn't get to see her before she died. And that makes me really sad. Now I'm gonna cry. Stop. I miss her so much. And I know Michael misses her so much, my little cousin. Um, but I think that's kind of where her mentality was at because she was a very proud woman. How you God, if you saw her house, it's so funny. She could tell when my cousin would have people over by the footsteps in the carpet.
In the carpet?
In the carpet, yeah. Michael
crazy.
had his friends. His friends, all they did was walk inside the house one day, and she came home and she was like, "Who is in my house?" And Michael's like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Those aren't any of our footsteps." She was a very proud woman. She was always put together. I think that was kind of where her mentality was at, was that she didn't want anyone to see her the way that she was. But I wish, as my aunt, she would have put that aside because I miss her and I wish I got to see her before she died.
And like I do think about that when it comes to like my friends, that I mean, like at some point, obviously we're all gonna kick the bucket at some point. Unfortunately, I'm sure my time will come sooner than most, but like I can't get out of that mentality that I don't want someone to see me that bad.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, y'all know me. Some of you don't actually. I don't know why I said that. Half of you guys know me. Probably not even. Okay, I'm getting nervous. But like, I just don't want anyone to their last memory to be like, okay, she's this big around and she can't eat, she can't drink, she can't even go to the bathroom. She barely knows who I am.
Yeah.
I would hate for that to be someone's last memory. Yeah. Obviously, when it comes to like my parents, I'm not going to have much of a choice. Like, they're going to see me in those moments. But I don't think personally I can let my friends do it. And I think that's why when I go through treatment, I cut everybody off.
Yeah.
Because like everybody sees me so strong, and I love getting those compliments of like, you handle this so well. I don't.
It's like the social media game where you don't post the bad, so nobody really sees
and like,
the bad.
I've talked about it on social media where I've struggled. It's just I don't show it in person because at times I do handle it well, but it's like I get the news just like I did with my scans, and like, well, I blacked out when I got the news.
Hey, you handled it. You just didn't handle it in the healthiest way. You handled it through your liver.
I drank about it. But it's like, it does suck because I don't want to go through it. I don't want my friends to go through, because it's not just me. It's not just my journey. Yeah, I'm the one physically going through it, but you guys are all going through it too.
It just makes me sad that we became friends so quickly and so recent. And I'm like, I know I'm going to make you cry. And going into this friendship knowing that, like, you're fighting a losing battle. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. And that is one, we'll get into conspiracy theories. That is one conspiracy theory that I firmly believe in. I believe that there's a cure for cancer out there, and Big Pharma and the government doesn't want it out.
Well, yeah.
Because you see people come out all the time and they say, I found the cure for cancer, and then they end up dead the next day. That is one conspiracy theory that I firmly believe in. I believe that the cure is out there and we're not going to get it because it's such a money maker.
And it sucks for sure. Like, you know, you growing up, you always plan your whole life. Everybody does. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna live here. I'm gonna have a husband. I don't want that. I'm gonna have, well, no, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna have kids. I definitely don't want those.
Hey, your kids are sitting in a freezer at UCSF.
That's true.
You could have them.
I don't want them. But it's like you plan your whole life, and then I turned 22, and they're like, by the way, you might not make it to 30.
Yeah.
Which is fucked. I don't get a dirty 30.
I was about to say, we should throw you a dirty 30.
Well, so
my mom actually had that idea. My mom was like, you should throw Cammy a dirty 30.
But
that's the thing. We don't know if you're going to make it to 30 or not. So it's hard to like say, let's throw you a dirty 30 right now, because you could make it to 30 and then you could actually have a dirty 30. So it's just.
And my plan, when the time comes, which it will, I want to have a pre-funeral.
A pre-funeral?
Yeah.
What's a pre-funeral?
I don't know if it's real or if I made it up. If it's real, someone let me know, because I don't want to take credit for it. If it's not, everybody give me credit for it. I want to like have the funeral service, but like more casual, so you can wear whatever you want. God, my nose is running everywhere.
I know. We really should have brought the tissues out for this episode. I didn't think we would need it though.
Everybody comes. There's food. There's drinks. Not like full blown funeral service, but I want to hear what all you bitches are gonna say at my service. I don't trust half of you going up.
It's like a dress rehearsal. You want everyone to run it by you. You want to know what they're gonna say.
Yeah. I wanna see it all. And then that way in a few days after I, kick the bucket, I'm either gonna die pissed off at every single one of you and haunt you.
I think you're gonna haunt us anyways.
Well, yeah, I will. But this one will be out of anger at first, and then once my anger goes off, then I'll just be like casual, like flick your lights on.
Yeah.
I just want to see it all. I just want to have like that my final moment, and that's just been my plan in my head for a while. Is when I'm getting
one
close.
Last get together.
Yeah, I want everybody there. I want to hear the speeches. I want everyone to act like I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're all here. If I got an IV in me, if I can open that bitch up, put some tequila in it, I don't care if it kills me then or not. Like, I'm going out with a bang. I'm not croaking on a morphine drip.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So, I don't know. And like, I know you guys have seen it. We've laughed about it. That's the way I cope. I can't sit and think constantly like I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, I'm dying. Of course I'm gonna go do this. What do you mean? Like, ooh, what are they gonna do? I can't. So that's why, like, these last 3 years, my life's been insane.
Yeah, you've done some really cool stuff.
And that's like the weird happy medium, I guess, with it. Like, yeah, cancer, dying. See right there. I don't even know how to say it. Cancer. Dying. Fuck.
We really need to post our outtakes from when we were starting to record our first episode, when you were like, I'm Cammy and I'm terminally ill, and we both just started laughing.
Like, yeah, that's a shitty deck of cards to be dealt, but damn, have I turned into a poker master and flipped everything. Like, I've gone to a million concerts.
Yeah.
And before cancer, I think I maybe went to 2.
Yeah.
I've seen my family more than I ever have, the ones that live in Idaho, like, because I just have the freedom to go do that.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I don't have the financials all the time, but when I do have the extra money, I'm going to Idaho. I'm going to go see my friends. I'm going to go to that concert. I'm going to go to that pool party. I'm going to go to whatever it is. I'm going. Because why? I might not get to do it again.
Yeah.
And that's my mentality, and it's a good thing, but a bad thing, because then sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna fight somebody, and people are like, no, and I'm like, oh, jail.
Oh, good.
Gonna try it once.
I'm gonna have a record. Oh no.
Oh no! When I die in 5 years, it's expunged. Like, like, I don't know. I just want to try everything once. Not everything. I don't want to do heroin.
Probably a good one to not do.
Yeah. So maybe not. I want to try most things, but that's like my mindset, and I try and get my friends in that mindset, because not that we're all dying. I mean, we are, but like not like me. I'm like trying to get people into that mindset because, yeah, we need to work, pay bills, whatever. But like our life is so precious. It's so precious, and so many people don't see that because you don't have your life being threatened 24/7 by something.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I gotta work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You have to put time away for yourself. Money will come back. Your life won't.
Your experiences don't.
And it's like, that's so hard for people to understand. And I was the worst about it before I had cancer. I was like, I can't take time off. I'm not doing that. I need money, which we do. And I get that. But now, like, having that time clock right here, I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Like, last
like, minute, I don't care if I piss someone off. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have, none of us have the time to let things stop us. And that's what I want people to do. Like, go live. Go do the damn thing. You're scared? Do it.
That's like, how I lived before my anxiety. Like, I was very spontaneous with my decisions. A lot of people had problems with it.
You're like, fuck those people.
But I did it anyways. I booked a flight to Hawaii at 2 a.m. and left at 7 a.m.
Oh, like, well, that's crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, skydiving, I was like, I'm going skydiving. No one would go with me. So I hit up my friend Justin, same person I went on the fly along with Reach with. Hit up my friend Justin. I was like, hey, if I go, could you chase me off the plane? He's like, absolutely, because he does he doesn't do tandem. He actually has a skydiving license.
Oh, damn. That's hella cool.
So I went with him because nobody else would go with me. It's just the cruise ship thing. I pissed off some people when I did that. And that was how I lived before my anxiety. And I really think that that's a really great way to live. And I think that it's great that you're doing that because
it's been amazing. Sometimes I get home and I'm like, did I do that? Like, is that my life? Did that just happen? Like, I went to Kesha. I bought the tickets the night before, went the next day, and was like, damn, Kesha on a Thursday.
TikTok, my teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Dude, let me tell you, her song, Die Young, really hits now.
Oh, my God.
But, I don't know. I think that's just, I don't know. I think everyone just needs to live. And it's super hard to get to that mindset. And that's why I think, like, I nobody come at me. I pull my cancer card. I have the right to. So if you say I don't,
yeah,
I pull it. I don't want to say I get things handed to me, but like I'll get upgrades. Yeah. I'll still purchase a ticket to something, pull the cancer card, and then get like an upgrade, which is amazing, and I'm so beyond grateful.
Or meet one of your favorite artists.
Yeah, Jeezy.
Yep. It's just, I think that you have every right to do that because your life is getting cut so short.
Yeah.
And you should be able to get every experience possible.
And it's like, I don't want that just for me. And so every time I get something like that, it's like, who also loves this? Who matches this vibe? And I go through my friends because I have friends that it's like, you know, they like rap, so I'm gonna take them to a rap concert. They love comedians, I'm gonna take them to a comedian. Like, I feel it out, and because, like I said, it's not just me going through this cancer journey. Like, damn, we all need a break from my shit. I'm annoying. It's a constant problem.
I don't think I've fully accepted your diagnosis. It's hard when I'm looking at you and you're just so perfect and healthy and
perfect. You're crazy.
Perfect. It's hard. I guess I haven't really seen the struggle yet. Like I have through Taylor and Allie. I remember when you got your first wig and you FaceTimed Allie and I was in the Jeep with her. You remember that? And you were crying and I was just like, Cammie, you look beautiful. And so, I mean, I have seen some of the struggle, but I haven't been by your side through the struggle. And I guess I just haven't really fully like grasped it yet because I'm like, I know. I guess that this one we're gonna be going through together, this next one. And by the way, you can't block me out. I know where you live. I'm just gonna show up at your door.
No, that's fair.
So
we got a podcast to film anyway.
We do. We got to film. We'll film on your good day.
I already told her, like, if I'm in the hospital, we're bringing the camera and we're doing it in the hospital.
I feel like it would be beneficial for people who are going through the same thing. I don't think that's a bad idea.
I might be super high on drugs, but we're gonna get it done.
Cami High is hilarious. You should have seen her coming out of her spine surgery. I FaceTimed her to check on her when she came out of surgery. I was on my lunch break. And she answers the phone. She's like, I'm like, you good, bud? And she's like, And I'm like, does it hurt? She's like, I'm like, okay. But then she goes, but I got crackers. And she holds up these crackers. I'm like, oh. And she's like, they're the best crackers I've ever had. So, come to find out, she brought some of those crackers home with her, and I asked her, I was like, were these, like, what? How were the crackers? She's like, these are the worst crackers I've ever had in my fucking life.
They were so dry. Like, you had to be drinking something to swallow those.
I don't wash it down with, like, apple juice or whatever they give you.
I don't know how. I was just raw dogging those crackers. Like, I tried one sober, or not
on anesthesia.
Not on anesthesia. And yeah, the moment I started chewing, I was like, I need water. Like,
it's like saltines. Saltines are one of my favorite things, but I have to sit there and literally like wash them down with water. I have to like water each cracker down in my mouth. Like, I love saltines, but as soon as I start eating them, I'm like, driving the hair up in this bitch.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Damn. That was an emotional roller coaster.
That was an emotional roller coaster. Let's try and lighten it back up a little bit. Talk about self-care. What do you do to make yourself feel better? Oh, hi, Bandit.
If I have the extra money, I'm gonna always get my lashes done, and I'm gonna always get my nails done.
Okay.
That just makes me feel confident, makes me feel good every time. Rude.
The wall just exists.
Yeah.
Cami has beef with it.
If I'm a little low on funds, so most of the time, I like to make dinner.
Okay.
I usually always have some kind of something I can cook. Whatever. I love to cook. I put on High School Musical.
Disney always hits.
It's the way to go.
Disney always hits when you're not feeling good.
I put on my favorite PJs, get my High School Musical, cook a dinner, light a little candle.
Okay.
And that's kind of my vibe. Sometimes I have wine, but like I don't even need wine at that point. But that's just my favorite. I'm not a face mask, jade roller, gua sha.
Too much work.
Yeah, no. I just want to eat and watch a movie and just be in my comfort. And High School Musical is my jam. High School Musical 2, bet on it. Bet your ass I'm performing it. Bet your ass. Actually, you could bet on it.
Did we find our next TikTok?
High School Musical 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're making a TikTok.
Catch it up soon.
Also, follow our TikTok.
We're pretty funny.
I think that we did some good videos.
When you see this, there'll probably be more. But that's like my self-care. Food, Disney, and just because like I like the musical Disney, so then I can act it out when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you do?
If I'm at home, it's probably just putting on a TV show or a movie that I've already watched. I don't want to have to focus on something new. So it's definitely always something that I've always already watched. I got my cats. Love my little cats. Probably, some good food if I'm okay to eat at the time. Since we did touch on that and that is out in the open now, that's actually not something I've shared with a lot of people. So,
now would you cook food or are you gonna?
I don't like cooking at all.
Really?
I hate cooking.
Okay, so you're gonna order
yep.
in? What'd you order in? Give it to me.
I love me some Chick-fil-A, but there's no Chick-fil-A where I live. Chick-fil-A, and then for some reason you always crave it on a Sunday and they're closed.
I don't have that problem. I just like Chick-fil-A every now and then, so
I lived off Chick-fil-A for a while.
So what do you order? I need to know. The viewers need to know.
Okay, so my go-to, since there's no Chick-fil-A where I'm at, is the McCrispy from McDonald's with mayonnaise added to it. Gotta add the mayonnaise. You don't like mayonnaise?
I hate mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise.
Unless it's in ranch.
Yeah, a McCrispy from McDonald's.
Perfect.
They're pretty good. They're decent. My other favorite thing to do, this is a new one. This is since Bailey. I've always loved hotels. I love going and just staying in a hotel room. Like, I feel like hotel beds and hotel sheets are just elite. My other favorite thing now, because Bailey does a lot of casinoing. I don't want to say gambling because that sounds bad. It's a stigma behind that.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of casinoing. So we'll get a lot of comped rooms.
Hell yeah.
And we always get a room with a tub. So I love letting him go down to do his casinoing. And I will stay in the room with a bath bomb, the tub, bath robe, like all that stuff. And I will just I love Grayton because I love that pho restaurant that's in there.
Oh, I've never had it.
So I'll get the pho and I'll have the pho and I'll take my bath and my bath bomb and then I'll curl up and usually the only thing that's good on the TV is Family Guy. So I'll turn on some Family Guy, I'll lay in the bed. Sometimes I'll do a face mask or the little foot booty ones.
Oh, I just tried one of those.
I love those. And I'll just kind of relax in the hotel room and just give myself my own little spa day in the hotel room.
That.
And it's just so relaxing because you're away from all the stress of your real life.
Yeah.
You're just kind of you're not in any sort of environment that would cause you stress. You're just in a hotel room that you don't really have to worry about. Except the one time I spilled pho all over myself right after I got it and I burnt my legs. That was not very relaxing.
It's like Hot Rocks.
No, it was awful.
I was trying to make it better.
It was awful.
Okay, well, maybe don't spill your shit.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that?
That's definitely something that I like to do for self-care. I love going to the beach.
Oh, okay. No, I agree. But do you go with somebody or go alone?
I've gone alone a few times, and that can be very relaxing, but I also get bored real fast when I go by myself sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. I'll just sit there, I'll put I remember the first time I did it, because I didn't used to be confident enough to go do things alone. That's a newer thing.
Yeah.
I think you kind of grow confidence with age. So that was a newer thing, and I went to the beach. I was like, cool. I had been flaked on by a guy that was supposed to go on a date with me. I was like, well, I'm going to the beach by myself then. I went out to Bodega Bay. I brought my little folding chair that was always in the back of my car, and I put it out on the beach, and I sat, and I'm watching the sun setting, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just maybe 10 minutes in, I'm like, all right, time to pack up. Pick up my folding chair, throw it back in the car, and drove back.
I will go to the beach.
It was the most relaxing 10 minutes of my life, but I got so bored.
I will go for hours. Like, I will wake up and I'll have that little scratch in my head, and I'm like, I need to go to the beach. Pack a bag. I pack snacks like I'm going to disappear for about 6 months because I like snacks.
You don't look like you like snacks. Jesus.
I hope the mic didn't pick that up.
I hope it did.
I pack my snacks. I pack a book like I read. I don't. I just want the aesthetic for when I take a picture that I'm at the beach. And then I go the weirdest way to dig. I go through Petaluma. There's so many other ways right here, but I like the Petaluma Drive.
The Petaluma Drive's very nice.
I stop at Sprouts for more snacks. I like, because so the snacks that I pack from home are the beach snacks, and then I usually get a cheese tray, a meat tray, and then a cheese, meat, and fruit tray, and I eat that on the way there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my snacks there. And then I go find my little spot on the beach. I take my little aesthetic pictures, take my depressing videos. I say depressing because I post them to really sad songs. I'm fine. I'm actually doing great.
You're chilling.
I'm just like
in your element, but you're like, this would match
these
videos so well.
It does. Take my videos and then I just sit there for hours. But once it starts to like get a little dark, I leave, and then I gotta stop at the saltwater taffy, the pink and white Patrick's saltwater taffy. Favorite place. I get 4 bags every single time I go because I love it.
I've never had saltwater taffy from there. I don't know if I've ever had saltwater taffy. Maybe like once. Oh
my God. Don't worry, I'll probably go to the beach soon.
Okay.
I'll get you a bag.
Well, next episode, I'll try saltwater taffy in front of all of you guys.
It's so good. I get caramel apple, blue raspberry, the sour one, and
do they make cherry?
Ew.
I love cherry things.
I can get you cherry.
Okay. Just one cherry.
No, you can't. No, I'll get you a bag.
What if I don't like it?
Well, I'll get you a combo bag.
Okay.
So you can get like a bunch of different flavors.
That works.
And then, I don't know. Then I usually pick a random flavor and just see if I like it because my 3 are the blue raspberry, the sour, and the green apple. Or caramel apple, not green apple, caramel apple. Those are my 3 go-to flavors. And then I like to pick the small bag that has like 5 pieces in it.
Yeah.
Just so I could try a new flavor. But that's my go-to. And I'm usually at the beach for like 4 hours at a time. Because I'm driving 45 minutes out there and 45 minutes back. I'm going to be there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
With all the snacks.
I'll have to try it again sometime and see if I can make it longer than 10 minutes.
Snacks. I think that was your problem.
It was literally 10 minutes. I was just like, I sat down in my chair. It was just long enough to sit down in my chair and watch a little bit of the sunset. And I was like, damn. Yep. That's very beautiful. All right. Folded that bad boy back up and just took back on.
I have blankets. I have pillows. I just lay there, enjoy the sunshine, put the book on the blanket so it looks like I'm like educated. Don't ever touch it after that.
It's the same book every time.
It is.
The only book Cammy owns.
The last 2 years. I own so many books. I think I've only read 3, but I own a lot of books. I just can't read. No, I can't. I can read. I just don't read. Because I think I'm dyslexic, for one, and I have ADHD super badly. Like, I'll read 4 chapters and then close the book. I have no clue what I read at all. So I just gave up on reading. So I play some music. I eat all the food. And then I'm still hungry usually. And I always pissed off that I didn't bring more snacks after all the food.
I think we should go to the beach together sometime. I feel like that would be healing.
Love that. I would actually love that.
Okay.
I'm so down. Which beach?
Whatever beach you like to go to.
Well, it's a drive for you. I guess it's a drive to any beach for you.
We usually go to Fort Bragg.
I like Fort Bragg.
I love Fort Bragg.
I like to go to Calix.
Wonderful. Calix is good.
Have you been to the burger place at the end of Fort Bragg?
Mm-mm.
it's like a cheaper In-N-Out. Like, it's insane. It tastes so identical. It's not obviously as voluptuous as an In-N-Out burger, but it's like $3.
Jeez.
And it's so freaking good.
Huh. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm down. I love the beach. And there's a lot of self-care.
That was quite a bit of self-care.
So take that as you please.
So this has been a rough episode for us. Yeah. Not what we promised you.
No. We'll be back on our bullshit next week because we're gonna go see G-Eazy.
We're gonna G-Eazy's pool party. We already got our tickets.
He's gonna be performing at Grayton Casino in Rohnert Park, and there will be all the pictures, all the videos.
So many pictures.
I need a swimsuit.
I don't even know what swimsuit I'm going to wear. I'm so not happy with my body right now, but we're going to figure it out because it's G-Eazy's pool party. Duh.
I'll get on my knees and bark like a dog for that man.
We know you will. We know you will.
I want to know what?
The vibes.
I got his name tattooed on
his actual signature.
Yeah, his actual signature. It says, Big Love. God, my voice is all scratchy. Big Love, and then it says, Yee. Love always, G-Eazy. On an Ace of Spade card. That's how much I love that man.
Yeah.
So, at the pool party, he said, get on all fours and bark like a dog. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Easy. Tail wagging all.
Yeah, see, I'm just there for the vibes. But, I support you.
That is a vibe.
That is a vibe. You are a vibe.
No, he's a vibe. I'm a ride his vibe. I was just, that came out wrong. I meant like ride the vibe of the music, but I said I'd ride his vibe. Not like that though, but I feel like I'm going to cut that. Anyways, G-Eazy's pool party.
It's going to be a blast, and I'm sure we will have some tea for you guys.
I'll have so much tea.
And I think we're pretty much storied out for today.
Yeah, that was an emotional roller coaster. I need to eat after talking about all the food. I'm hungry. So that's Maleah.
That's Cammie.
And this is Dying to Spill the Tea.